Hello everyone and welcome to the Swotor Developer live stream reaction. This one was a lot better. We actually got some useful information now. Some of the story stuff that was discussed we will not discuss here. I think I did a playthrough of like chapter 1 as well. Saw a little bit of that. I kind of skipped that, to be honest with you, and got to the gameplay changes. So I'm not going to spoil any of the story for you here. Or try to spoil as little as possible, but you know, the stream was done with Eric Musco, who I don't trust. You know, he killed his brother. You saw it in that trailer. That's how you get a job at EA. That was his EA job interview. They said, look, you can work for EA, work for the evil EA overlords. You have to kill your brother. Have to kill your twin brother. That is how you get a job at Electronic Arts. So there you go, a little bit of an insight on how you get a job at EA. But let's go to let's go through the changes now. Quite a few changes. There's quite a lot of stuff. We'll start with the brand new level 60 character creator, which was shown on IGN a few days ago. So I saw this a few days ago. So new level 60 characters. They'll get a recommended discipline. Basically, it'll be a DPS. Basically, it will recommend. There's a little thing it tells you. The mercenary, for example, that they gave here was Arsenal. Of course, Arsenal's pretty easy to play. Innovative Ordnance, a little bit harder, and you don't want new healers running around, to be honest with you. You don't want people playing Bodyguard and not having a clue how to play it. So yeah, it will be DPS, generally, that you'll get. As a client, it will recommend you quite an easy one. Probably the non-dot spec, I'd imagine. So I imagine you'll get Tactics for a Power Tech, or Vanguard, should we say, Tactics or something like that, or TK for a Sage. So there, if you're at the character limit of 22 characters, it will add another slot. There is a new cap of, I think, it's between 40 and 50, they've said. So there you go. However, 12 is, I think, the limit that you can make as a subscriber. Everything else is purchasable. Now, if you purchase a level 60 from the cartel market, which they've not said the price yet, you will get an extra character slot included if you're over the limit, and you can just buy a character slot if you want to start at level 1. So that's how it is going to work. Now, what gear are you going to get? You're going to get Legacy Bound 188 blue gear. I thought you'd get 190, 188. Who cares, really, to be honest with you? It is Legacy Bound, which I guess is nice. Legacy Bound. You know, I suppose if you just want 188 blue gear, you could just use your free level 60 just to get it. Bear in mind that the main stats have all been consolidated. Again, we've covered this in previous videos. It was all covered in the data mine videos, so these have all been, you know, they've all been done. So they're all being converted to mastery. Crit and surge are one stat. We know this. We've known this for a while. Now, those of us who have data mined. So what can we expect from an item? Well, it generally will have. It will have power is the only secondary stat now. Okay, power is our only secondary stat. You're going to have. So you're going to have mastery, which is going to affect crit. I'm just looking at a screenshot here of the stream. It is going to affect crit. Okay, it is going to give you. Is it going to do crit? No, range damage bonus. No, it's not going to have. Oh yeah, range critical chance, tech critical chance. There you go. So it is going to affect your crit chance. So we have to bear that in mind. I'm thinking maybe crit crystals might come in handy in this expansion. A piece of gear, for example, again, power is a secondary stat and crit is a tertiary stat now. Again, we know this from the live stream. So, for example, it's going to have mastery, endurance. Power is the only secondary stat available to DPS or healers. It'll either be accuracy, crit, or alacrity will be the tertiary stats for DPS or healers. DPS, of course, accuracy. So you're going to get, I think it's the, and guess what it is as well on the merc. It's bloody Rakata gear. Thank you for making the Rakata gear rare again. It's like, fuck you, BioWare. And I've got the Rakata set, and I'm going to look like every other level 60 scrub now. Gonna have to change my Merc's gear now. Thanks for that, BioWare. I thought he looked cool, he had Rakata gear on. I'm looking at the the thing that he had, and it's like, that's Rakata gear. How can you do this to us? It's called veteran gear now, bastards. So you will get a tutorial mode, which again is similar to World of Warcraft's. How he explained it is it's going to be similar to WoW's boosted level 90, where you'll do chapter 1 and your abilities will show up as you progress. It's going to be, chapter 1 is going to be similar to Tanan Jungle in World of Warcraft, where you get... the only difference is you can turn it off between WoW. WoW you can't turn it off, you have to complete Tanan Jungle. Okay, you have to complete Tanan Jungle again. So disciplines, we're all getting a new utility point. So there you go, you've got an extra utility point there. It's going to be an additional utility in the heroic tier. So the heroic tier has 8 abilities. They all have 8 per tier. I'm guessing we can take, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 abilities? I'm guessing 65's so you can get 7. I think you can get 6 before. I think that was the one, because it was... It might have been 5. I think it's either 5 or 6. It was 3, 3, and 2. Which was 9 abilities, actually. What was that? 3, 3, 2. This was 9. So yeah, I think it looks as if they're the same, actually. Well, we're getting a new utility point. So there you go. New utilities to choose from. Hopefully they're a bit better. Okay. What they're also going to do is they're going to just give you random crew skills, okay? Your class story won't be available if you level 60. So if you boost to level 60, you won't have a class story. Same way if you don't finish your class story or finish Rise of the Hutt Cartel or Shadow of Revan, they're gone if you start Fallen Empire. You can finish them before you start Knights of the Fallen Empire, but if you don't, if you start Chapter 1, they're gone. I assume they'll give you a warning or something like that. The crew skills are just to pick random ones for you, or they're going to pick ones for your class. Bounty Hunter example they had was Armor Mech, Scavenging, and Underworld Trading. No slicing. Can't go to Yavin and do some slicing. I wonder if that'll still be there. Because, I mean, the slicing nodes are still going to be the slicing nodes. The other big change to crafting is that it's not going to be tiered anymore. Okay, so you can gather any node on any planet now, and it will give you the item. Now, before you had like slicing 430 slicing, for example, and if you were 210 slicing, you couldn't do it. If you go to that planet, it won't have a requirement for slicing, but if your slicing is 210, you'll be able to slice it. However, you will be given a piece of material or a credit box that would assume that you would be at that level. Okay, so you're going to be able to slice anything now. We'll make it easier because it was a pain in the arse before, especially with 12 times XP. You always out-leveled your crew skill, so hopefully these changes hopefully these changes make it easier, certainly for crafters. You are going to get 500, you're going to get the maximum, which is going to be 500 crew skills. Your companions, their gear slots are now just appearance, okay? And influence is replacing affection, basically. Influence will change their effectiveness in combat. Presence, which is still in the game, it's still there, but I don't know what influence it will have over the characters. The stat is still there on the character sheet. But yeah, so you could get legendary status, which is a new feature. If you finish all 8 class stories, you'll get an icon next to your name. Now the question I'm gonna ask is, do I really want to do the trooper story to get that icon? Bear in mind, my main will be a trooper in 4.0, remaining a vanguard. I'll do a video on why we chose the vanguard. So we've never done the story for the trooper. 2 level 60 troopers, and yet never finished the story for the trooper. So we might just blast through it, spacebar our way through it, beat up Do we get to kill General Garza? Someone tell me that, because if we do, I'll play it. I will happily play it. I will play it. Luscious Liz will plasmatize her. I really want to plasmatize her. Combat companions. There's companions in the cartel market. It says combat companions with no storyline. Cannot be used to sell trash. That's weird. Okay, the new UI that we're getting a sort of grid system now, at least over the UI editor, which looks kind of cool. We're also getting the ability to save our key bindings now. We can import key bindings. Still no dual spec though. Still no dual spec at least. Would be nice to, again, we can just import our key bindings now when we change class. I guess we could have like healer key bindings and DPS key bindings. I guess we could just create 2 sets, but I'm guessing, because I had a look at the screen, it's just a screen where you create a key binding and you get a bunch of presets. You select the preset and I take it you'll just load the preset. So if I have like Scoundrel Healer preset, Scoundrel DPS preset, you know, but again it won't arrange your bars, so still not the dual spec that we wanted. It's still not good enough. We're also getting temporary ability bars. So they're going to pop up, for example, in Hot Ball, when you get the Hot Ball, or the legacy abilities that you get from Heroic Moment. Who the hell uses Heroic Moment these days? I don't know. I don't know. I've never done solo content that's hard enough for me to use Heroic Moment, to be honest with you. Even a solo Flashpoint, so I'll just forget about it. Forget it's there. You know, it's a 20-minute cooldown. I'm like, oh, screw that. It's like, the hell with that. We've already went through the crafting changes. The crafting materials that will be removed, don't vendor them because they are getting converted, okay? And old schematics will be put into an archive thing. They're going to be put in an archive section. I guess there'll be the materials for them will change if the materials that were required to craft them are no longer available. So we've already explained the crafting ones. And there's also no more RNG in getting the missions now, so that's good. I guess I still have a chance to fail because it was always annoying, especially when you're looking for certain things to pop up. You'd never get them. The currency changes. Let's get into the end game. Talk about the currency changes. Your basic, elite, and ultimate commendations are changing to common, glowing, and radiant data crystals. Oh dear. Oh dear. You're straying dangerously close to Apexis crystals, okay? Very, very dangerous. PvP comms aren't affected. The weekly limit has been removed. You're going to have 1,000 common, 500 glowing, and 500 radiant. Okay, no weekly cap anymore, which is good. It's good, because the amount of times we hit the weekly cap on our main and then just ran out of content to do on that character. So maybe it will get us to play our mains a little bit more. So the cap is going to be 1,000 common. Common is just going to be basic comms. Glowing is elite, and radiant is just ultimate. Whether the gear that we'll buy with them is going to be useful or not, I don't know. I guess we don't know. Big change as well to Legacy. Datacrons have now been made legacy-wide. Whether they'll be made retroactive, he said he's 99% sure. Mr. Musco, again, we don't trust him. He killed his brother. So we don't trust the man. So it's like, so they will be retroactive, which is good, because if I have to go and get that fucking fleet Datacron again, I'm gonna kill somebody. And everyone complains about the one on Tatooine, the balloon. Don't take the balloon. Don't be a scrub and take the balloon. You get a Guardian and a Sage, and you pull people up. You get a Guardian to push the Sage up on the speeder, on the sand crawler thing, whatever it's called, the Jawa thing, and then you get the Sage to pull everybody up. There you go, work together as a team. Don't go on the balloon. Don't be a scrub. Come on, don't ride the scrub balloon with everybody else. It takes an hour. Get a group together. Get your friends together. Get a Guardian to push a Sage up. And again, if you're a Guardian, you can just Guardian Leap to the Sage as well. Just Guardian Leap to people, and there you go. Free Datacron. Sometimes people do that. That's the way I got it anyway on some of my characters. Is just get a group for it and, you know, get a Sage. Bribe a Sage to come in and pull everybody up. There you go. Or if you're a Guardian, just have them Guardian Leap to the Sage, or to anybody who's up there anyway. You can do it with 2 Guardians if you want as well, because you can get a Guardian, push it, you duel the Guardian, push up, and then the other Guardian leaps. There you go. Speeder piloting. The speeder piloting will be usable at level 1. Good stuff. I like it. Also, you get summon random mount, summon random pet if you want. They're free, which is nice of them. You know, they didn't charge you 12 million EA bucks to get that. They've also fixed some cape clipping, which again is nice to see their value, their reputation as professionals. Occasionally they value it. A couple of new cartel pack things, we're not going to cover that. The event vendors, all the Chevin event stuff, a lot of that's returning. Assassin's Touch is coming back. I like that. You know, two things that made my characters unique. Rakata gear, Assassin's Touch on the sniper. Now every scrub can walk around like that. Everybody's gonna walk around looking like that. I give up. I give up. I was like, oh, fuck that. So you're getting a new vendor, which has it's gonna cost you quite a bit though. It's gonna cost you some other stuff. Some of the stuff from the original Rat Ghoul event. But they will require all three currencies. So I have tons of them. Like I've got four stacks of Rat Ghoul DNA. I've got like 2 stacks of Grey Helix components, and I've got nearly a stack of completed bounty content. I think I've got like 80 odds or something like that. I think I've got 85 of them. So it's going to cost you all 3 of them. So it's going to be Grey Helix components, completed bounty contracts, and Rat Ghoul DNA samples are the 3 things that they are going to cost you. They are going to be quite expensive, but you can get some of the legendary items in there. You can get the Sand People outfit if you want as well, which is legacy bound, which is quite nice. What have we got in there? You've got your Assassin's Touch. You've got the Containment Officer stuff. You've got the Sand People Blood Guard stuff. You've got like the Bowcasters. Assassin's Touch. Don't like. You've got the Scrapper mount. So it's all bowcasters really, and they're all, I don't know if they have all their legendary stats. You also get the ambassador as a character for your stronghold. I don't know if you can use her as a vendor. So the biggest change to leveling now, this is going to be controversial. We're getting level sync. Okay, level sync is coming in. Basically, you're going to be leveled down. He went back to Droman Cass, and he was level 60 and got leveled down to level 18, which is still quite generous because Droman Cass is a 10 to 16 planet. And the other changes to heroic missions. Okay, heroic missions are going to change. Basically, you can now, there's going to be a terminal on the fleet now. It's going to have every single heroic mission. It's going to be grouped by planet. Now it's going to be grouped by planet, and it's going to, you're going to pick the heroic mission up from the fleet. You're going to get a shuttle. It's going to take you to just outside the heroic mission area, and all the heroic 4s seem to have been converted to heroic 2s. Everything's heroic 2s, so they will be soloable actually. So you can still do them solo if you're geared enough. You did kill, if you killed an elite mob, you know, without really breaking a sweat with 188 gear at level 60. So, well, the gear will, I guess the gear will scale down. So 188 gear will probably scale down as well as your level. You still keep all your abilities, so it's like Guild Wars 2 and World of Warcraft's Time Walker missions. So it's going to be still like them. So you're going to get your level sync down. You don't lose any passives. You can't toggle it off, which is, you know, it's okay. I mean, I guess, I mean, there's still a good reason to go back. I mean, you do get the common crystals, and you'll get a reward box, which will give you gear for your level. So it does mean, it does open up leveling a little bit. It makes it a bit less linear now, because when you finish Droman Cass, there was no real reason to go back to it. And it also means that people can't solo the world bosses now. Good, I like that. I'd like also the heroics to be a bit harder as well. I don't want them to be soloable. I want people to group up. It's an MMO. Go group up with people. You know, go out there and spend some time with other people in an MMO. I think that's a good idea. People soloing world bosses are a pain in the arse, if we're honest. If I'm honest, they're a pain in the arse. In this game, because especially when you used to get a group together for the world boss, and then some arsehole would turn up at level 50 and just solo it for you, trolling you. You can't do that anymore, so good stuff. I mean, you have to. Also makes things like Nightmare Pilgrim is going to be tough again. I imagine Voss, you'll get leveled down to 50. So if you're doing Nightmare Pilgrim, there you go. Nightmare Pilgrim should be current content again. Hopefully, maybe they'll add that to the heroic mission terminal. Nightmare Pilgrim. They don't need to scale Pilgrim up, because of course you're going to be level 50. Hopefully make you level 50. What else have we got? Changes to Group Finder. Group Finder, the interface has been reworked, although not hugely improved. One of the biggest things that I don't like is that the story mode op, still 8 players, so all their optimizations are, you know, they haven't gone well, to be honest with you. Not well enough to have a 16 player again. So that is a bit of a bit of a downer to see, but the biggest difference is hard mode flashpoints and story mode ops are going to be available from level 50 to 65. Now, how do you balance story mode ops? Let me give you a hypothetical situation, okay? You're doing TOS, you get 2 level 52 Scoundrel Healers, okay? And you're doing Underlurker. Now, those level 52 Scoundrel Healers do not have Colto Waves. Good luck on Underlurker with that. You're going to have to balance it to be so easy that you can do it without half your abilities. And bear in mind that we do get a lot of abilities beyond level 50, between 50 and 65. It's a 15 level gap. Colto Waves is level 58, should point out. And again, it's one of your best abilities in that fight because people are all grouped up. And again, especially when they're behind the rocks. But it's a possibility that you could get 2 healers, you could get tanks that don't have certain other abilities as well. So, you know, they're going to have to be very, very careful how they balance it. Same with hard mode flashpoints. You know, there's going to be things that we're going to want. All the hard mode flashpoints are available. They're all there. Lost Island is there, disappointingly. And Blood Hunt, which is kind of sad, really. The tactical flashpoints will be available from 10 to 65. Who gives a fuck about tactical flashpoints? Seriously, we're going to sit there and put our face on the keyboard, fall asleep for a bit, and then get some free data crystals or whatever the hell they're called nowadays. I mean, there you go. That is tactical flashpoints in a nutshell. Really, they're not rewarding or anything like that. Also, the changes to the cartel, the collections, you're going to search collections, which is good, which is pretty good. So there you go. A couple of changes that they have made. They talked about the graphics settings. Anti-aliasing changed. Anti-aliasing, grass textures, shadows. None of which I run, should I say, while raiding. So it doesn't make a blind bit of difference to me. 9 FPS still in PvE in 16-man. Colossal Monolith, so yeah, I'm running no anti-aliasing, no shadows, and no... I turn these things off, because like, if you're doing PvP or PvE, you don't give a fuck about jagged edges. Like, do you care? No, you're in the middle of a war zone, you're getting fucking ganked here by, you know, OP teleporting sages. I don't give a shit if they've got jagged edges on them or not, and I play zoomed out anyway, so I'm never going to see the edges. Anyway, so I turn anti-aliasing off, shadows, don't care about grass textures. Who cares? We're in PvP. We're trying to do PvP here. That's where we care about it. You know, level sync, is it stupid? Is it good? It does open up a lot of content though, to be fair. It is old content, again, recycling. They're going for the they're very green developer, okay? They should get a reward for their recycling of content, because they've recycled all the planetary heroics, at least, as well as all the flashpoints, and as well as all the operations, and recycled and rescaled. I'm guessing hard mode raids will be scaled to 65. I would have liked if they'd have split some of the flashpoints in the group finder, like maybe just make the story ones, you know, the ones for the story, like, you know, what is it, False Emperor, Battle of Ilum, those kind of ones, 50 to 65, and made them as normal flashpoints. And, you know, they're going to have a solo mode as well, and then keep some of the other ones like LI and things like that, LI and Blood Hunt, well, maybe not Blood Hunt, Battle of Rishi, but like LI, you know, Athis, Mando Raiders, Kadamimu, things like that, things that don't really have a story to them, kept them for the 65 and balanced them a bit harder, maybe put them as tier 2, you know, something like, you know. But again, you've got the things like the Zerka ones of story, they'll be soloable, you know, Foundry, Boarding Party, they're a story, Kaon Under Siege, Lost Island, they are story, but I guess you could have a tactical. We are going to have tactical LI. Tactical Lost Island. I want to do that. You're going to cry in Tactical LI, aren't you? You're going to go in to Tactical Lost Island, and there are going to be tears. There are going to be tears in your eyes. If you did LI in vanilla, you're going to cry with those, you know, those keyboard turning, clicking noobs that are going to get to see LI. You know, even in normal mode it was difficult. Even when they had normal mode flashpoints, it was difficult. And you're going to walk in with those marauders with their charges and their smashes, and they're not going to be punished for pulling aggro on the droid boss, probably. Because it'll probably heal them. Probably the knockback from what Project Raksav or Savrag, whatever the hell it's called. Probably heal them. Probably the burning rat ghouls on Lorik will heal them. You know, that's what's going to happen to these people. So anyway, that is all for this video. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you again soon. And goodbye.